I really wanted a way to give back, you know, a big way to give back and dedicate my life to it. I started to think about, okay, what am I good at? What do I want to do? What's going to be fun for me? What do I want to stand for? I came to the conclusion that jujitsu is my lifestyle. It's something that I can see myself doing for a very, very long time. Recently I've been seeing a lot of bullying across the nation, cyberbullying, physical, emotional, verbal. I mean, you name it. There's a long list of different types of bullying, and but there's also women who are in domestic violence, or there's a lot of news going on lately about women getting abducted and beaten, raped, murdered, and definitely believe that if we can inspire women to get involved in a martial art or jiu-jitsu specifically, it can prevent a lot of of attacks and give them a fighting chance. And I also wanted to give back to those who are less fortunate and need an outlet like a martial art or jiu-jitsu and just can't really come up with the funds, and it's difficult because jiu-jitsu schools, martial arts schools can be pretty pricey if they're, you know, good schools. And I feel that should be better access, because I really believe if a lot of people, if there was a lot more people involved, if the whole world was involved in a martial art, I think the world would be a more peaceful place, a more balanced place to be as far as their confidence and their humility. And then I also want to give back to our American veterans, or those who just put their lives on the line every day, like law enforcement. Also, what I really want to do is, with the organizations that put on these events and these initiatives for a cause, I want to get young men and women who are going through the justice system and they need to put in some community service hours. Well, I would like to be the company that, you know, takes them on and really helps them connect with the community, connect relationships, really building relationships, connecting them with actual human beings, and making that the priority to really help them and serve them. I think those individuals who are going through the justice system will really ultimately benefit from all of that. And I really think this world would be a better place, and that's the main goal, is to really make this a better place with this single brand. And it's all based off of an idea that I want to just give back. So I decided, well, why not start an active lifestyle slash MMA brand, clothing brand. I love being, active. I like going to jiu-jitsu practice. Why not just start a brand that is geared towards giving back? So that's what I really want to do. You know, with the brand, every purchase that comes into the brand, I want to be able to not only fund but also serve these organizations. And as I build my team, as I build the team that builds the clothing line, I will get them involved, or encourage them to get involved with me to serve these organizations that are helping these big causes, and volunteer to work these initiatives and events that these organizations are putting on. So I really would love to make a huge impact like that, and create an organization myself that, you know, within this brand, which is a for-profit brand, funding and serving these nonprofit organizations. So that's the main goal as far as building this clothing line, and just being able to give back. I think that's most important to me right now, at this point in my life. And I've done a lot of, I've done a lot of taking, and not enough giving. And this is the way I want to do it, because I know I'm going to have fun with it, because I'm going to be still involved in the active community, in the jiu-jitsu community, the MMA community. I think this is one of those roads that I'm loving it already, you know. And with what we're going to do that is clothing. It's going to be a clothing brand, an apparel brand, apparel and gear. You know, do the t-shirts, and we're going to do you know, sweatpants and sweaters, and you know, all these little you know, things that we wear every day. But also doing, you know, developing our own active tech gear later on down the line. You know, I want to be able to develop our own fight gear as well. So lifestyle, training, and fight gear, all geared towards the training aspect. Really doing our development on these pieces of clothing that these athletes can wear and feel comfortable, and it assists their training. And that's what I really ultimately see going on here in the near future, is making that happen, making that a reality, and becoming the next big brand that's MMA inspired. And I really just want it to be fitness and MMA centric, and obviously have the lifestyle apparel that we can wear on a day-to-day basis, not necessarily only in training. So definitely want to be a versatile brand, but more encouraging our customer to get involved in jiu-jitsu, get involved in, you know, a martial art, just get involved in being fit. And that's what we really want to do, to, you know, to create a fitness brand. What I'm really hoping is that it catches on and people love it. That's the whole goal, is getting people to love it, and really listening to my audience and hearing what they have to say. But I've done a lot of research, and I've come up with the name, as you know, Rheo. And I you know, I was sitting on the name, or on the fact that I really wanted to do a clothing line for the longest time, and I finally came up with a name that fits in our jiu-jitsu community. In jiu-jitsu, we say, let's flow roll. You know, when we flow, we basically mean to unite the mind with the body. So becoming one with the act. And I truly believe that's like the ultimate level that everybody's trying to get to, because and should aim to get, because it is a high level of skill. It's knowing technique and knowing transitions, what flows with what goes to where. When this is blocked, I can go here. When this isn't working, I can make this work. I can still find the positive in the negative. And that's what ultimately flow means, and that's exactly what Rheo means. I have the slogan, which is the rhythm of technique, and dissecting those words, rhythm is a repetitive pattern, technique is accurate, precise movements. So when you are in a pattern, repeatedly practicing your movements, but they're accurate and precise movements, you're in a rhythm of technique, thus a flow, thus Rheo. I just want people to know what it means, what it stands for, and it basically just stands for, in a nutshell, it basically stands for strive for perfection, strive for greatness. And that's the goal that everybody should have, is when you step on that mat for the first time, you don't know anything, right? You're straining, you're mentally straining, because you don't know anything, which is perfectly common and normal. But that drive makes you want to, it makes you want a desire to get better, right? So you strive for a personal best every day, 1% at a time. And I think this brand can really motivate, inspire, and educate on how to flow, and basically which means how to strive for greatness, which is to practice perfectly and making it a habit.